Check, 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 check. Okay, that's not too bad. 46 seconds in, no sound. Should be good now, right? There we go. Praise y'all. Welcome in. Who we got in here so far? Al. Okay, so yeah, I was just saying, big news in the sampler world. Pretty big news. DIGITAKT 2. I'm kind of curious about it. I've been curious about the DIGITAKT for a little while, since it was released. I think when it was released, and like I'm a big NPC head. If you've never been to the channel, it looks like maybe some new people are coming in just because of this information. So I've never covered DIGITAKT, but might bring some new you in here. So welcome in. My name's Raul, and but I've been into NPCs for a long time, and I think right around the time that the DIGITAKT was released, if I'm not mistaken, was at a period where like Akai wasn't making standalone devices. So it was really intriguing to me to see something that was a standalone, because not many companies were making standalones. So I looked at the DIGITAKT, never actually, pulled the trigger on the DIGITAKT, and was even considering it like within the last few months, just looking at it, because I love samplers. Who doesn't? Who here on this channel doesn't love samplers? I know a lot of us have more than one, because we're just like that, right? So news of this number 2 came out yesterday. It was like a leak, kind of like in the NPC world. There's leaks, but then today it was confirmed. We see a lot of videos popping up, and so yeah, I put out a poll, and it looks like most of you would actually on this channel would like to see it. So if we look at the poll here, I got like 40 votes on this poll already. 83% of y'all are like, yeah, get one. 18% of you are like, nah. So yeah, let's just talk about it. I really don't know I don't know too much about the DIGITAKT, just from the videos that I've seen. I was like, I don't know, let me type in. I was kind of looking at some of the videos. I haven't sat down and watched it. Too much of the stuff that's out, I know. Who do we have? Let me just write DIGITAKT. I was watching some of Kuko's video before I came on. I like how he's explaining stuff. There was one other video that I was watching that kind of put me off. I was like, nah, I don't really want to learn a bunch of new stuff. But I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward, especially the way that Kuku was describing it. Like, he went into detail. Like, the file management's kind of standard if you are used to using samplers, sequencers, and stuff. I can skip through this ad. I'm not going to play any of the sound. I'm just going to put it on the background. One thing I'm curious about, I've never used a single, Electron product. I've never used an Electron product. So, I was looking at this and I was like, it's kind of the perfect, size to be a portable, but as far as I can see, Electron doesn't put batteries in their gear. Yeah, I love how he does videos. Like, he gets the screen popping out like that. That's dope. I need to figure out how to do stuff like that. That's really on point. But yeah, this is a long video. He goes into detail here. I've watched about 28 minutes of it off and on. An hour and 39 minutes, and this thing isn't released, so I don't know if there's any information as far as like if I go to Zounds. I don't think it's even, maybe it is up. Earlier when I checked, I didn't see it on any of the platforms, but I'll look into it. But what do you guys think? I'm gonna load up a project. I've got a few different projects here of just drums and some loops and stuff for finger drumming. That's what I've been doing lately. I'm kind of hesitant. Like I said, I was watching that video and it's pretty deep, and I'm just like, nah, I don't want to learn something new. I just want to make beats, make music and stuff. And I know whenever I grab something new, it kind of puts me off the productivity of trying to make music, so I'm hesitant. I'm very hesitant on picking it up. And also another thing that I don't like about it is I'm pretty married to the 4x4 layout of like the MPC and the SP. you know, just for finger drum. Got like a 1-bar loop here, but I like the way that 4x4 pad are laid out, so I can finger drum this way. I'd have to adjust the way that I finger drum with when you have, what is it, like, to like 8x2 is the way it's laid out on the DIGITAKT. So I mean, I've used other pieces like the sample track that's set up kind of like a little keyboard, and that's cool, but that thing is also a different workflow. So it's not, that's why I've leaned back towards using this, is because I like to have my loops up here and have my drums down here and be able to play along with it. So I don't know. It's something I'd like to try just because I love samplers, but in the end, I like to finger drum. I like doing stuff that's more kind of performance oriented, although I don't really perform in public, but I just like the act of doing stuff kind of live versus programming. Bay Bizzle, what's good? I'm just going to run up in the chat and see what you guys are thinking. You've been indecisive about getting one yourself. So anyone seen any information about, like, is it on any retailers yet? OS, what's good? Still no there's no sample slicing on the thing. I swear I seen, do they call it machines within there, like different ways of processing stuff? I swear I seen a slice on there. Cal says, I had the DIGITAKT, but sold it about a month ago when the rumors of the MK2 were popping up. Okay, so it's been rumored for a while. Yeah, see, I guess that's the kind of thing, like, you got to be in that world. Like, whenever like an NPC is rumored, I know that it's coming, you know, significant, but I had no idea. I think someone actually popped in the stream and said it was coming and stuff, and I was like, nah, really? So it's not something that I pay attention to since I've never used any Electron stuff. This might be the time, you know. Shout out to Zounds. I do have an opportunity to get stuff on loan. So that's why I'm like, I consider some of these gears that pop up. I don't want to just be kind of greedy with it and just grab stuff because I can. I want it to be relevant to what I'm doing and to my channel and what you guys are also interested in. So as long as those things kind of line up with each other, then, you know, I'll hit up Zounds and they'll send something out possibly. And so, yeah, once again, shout out to Zounds. If you guys want to support the channel, if you want to see something like that, if you do end up like picking one up, Zounds is always a great place to pick stuff up because you got that pay as you play if you're not familiar with it. I feel like everyone should be familiar with it by now. It's like using credit but without credit, you know. As long as you just keep like an ATM or a debit card on file, they charge it every month. No interest. It's nice. You pay as you play. You know what I mean? Let's see. Dustin McAdams, what's up? We'll go up a little bit. Let's see, I had a DIGITAKT, sold it about a month ago when the rumors of MK2 were popping up. It's a really cool device, but fairly different compared to an MPC or 404. You're programming more than playing. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I probably wouldn't like, because I'm moving towards improving my performance skills, and one day maybe I'll perform more in public and live and stuff, or even just perform it here on stream. But like, I'm leaning more towards getting better at those skills, so that I can do that, or even just so I can be better at and quicker at creating stuff, like to improve my workflow just by improving my skills. So I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it on for try it out for a month or so, but we'll see. Yeah, it makes sense. Although I have seen some people finger drumming on it, and although the layout and I think I haven't felt the buttons, but I think they're clicky, so maybe it's something that I wouldn't, you know, prefer for finger drumming. With your style, I think you would kind of like it at first, but would end up getting rid of it after a week or so, since it really shines when you dive into the P-locks and LFO modulations and whatnot. Okay. Do you feel like the DIGITAKT is more like EDM orientated? Bad Lucks, what's up? I had a Syntac and sold it. If they overhype it, sold it. They overhype it. Plus, I felt it was missing lots of stuff for the price. Till this day, I still haven't updated with the new features. But instead of make new gear to get more money. Yeah, I see. They made a lot of the Syntac and the Digitone kind of the same. Use the same body, huh? And made different products. But they took their time on that, right? Was it been 7 years or so, or has it been longer? I think that's what I heard. 7 years since the original Digitakt came out. That one beats. I'm eyeing that, but I heard that Digitakt got a completely different workflow. Yeah, what are you on right now? MPC or SP? It's on Sweetwater? Okay, interesting. There is slicing, but it only slices into even slices, and you can't edit the start endpoints. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, I wonder, is there like an easy way to copy from pad to pad? So I'm not familiar. I'm watching some of the information on it, and they say they have something like Kit. So the original Digitakt, if you have one or use it or familiar with it, was it set up where you only have 8 audio tracks and 1 sound per track? Is that how it was? Because from my understanding, they've added the kits thing so you can have multiple sounds on each one of those tracks. So like within track 1, this is what I'm assuming and perceiving, is that on track 1, you can open that up and then have 16 sounds on it. Is that how it goes? Because if that's so, is there a way of easily copying? And then if there's no slices, I kind of prefer that anyways, is just doing manual chopping. So if I put like a long loop on one pad and then copy it and then adjust, you can adjust the start points on individual pads. If you can't do that, then I think I'm out. I think I would be out if you can't even. No, I've seen it. It's got to be possible. I've seen a start and length parameter on the screen when I was watching the video earlier. And that's one thing I do like about the Digitakt layout, is how you can see like the 8 different parameters on the screen, and then you got the 8 knobs there, so they correlate. That's how I'm assuming that works. Pretty user friendly, it seems like to me. Okay, I think we can finally zoom in on waveforms now, though with the MK2, that's something you couldn't do on the MK1. Okay. What's good about it is it's really analog. Is it really analog? I've heard that it was digital, and then I've seen something about maybe the filters were analog. Is that how it works? But yeah, I don't know, man, because I did read that it was a digital sampler. Isn't that the title of it, or the name of what it? Digital drum computer? There's a meme about the Electron workflow compared to others that's spot on. I've heard about the Electron, specifically about like what's like the bigger one, the one that John Makes Beats uses, that it's like the most complicated workflow to figure out. That's funny though, because some people say that about the SP. It's pretty complicated to figure out. It's not like a beginner's device. Machine MK3 and MPC 1 Plus. That's what's up. And those are 2 pretty different workflows right there in contrast to each other. Yeah, you can P-lock, parameter lock on whatever step and edit the start point that way. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry, you can be in one-shot mode and edit the start endpoints per trig. Terminology is crazy, but you can't chop a sample up in a traditional way like lazy shopping. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of the things I love about the SP. The chopping is, it's just so I love being in the screen too, especially when I'm finger drumming. I like watching the samples kind of. But yeah, I was practicing this new, I guess, somewhat of a new pattern. It's pretty simple with the drums. And I was having, at first, I've been practicing quite a bit, so I've been doing the same pattern. It's really just, and then trying to figure out how to keep the, I guess, continuity. Keep it moving. So it's like this. I always keep this fill here. So trying to keep these hi-hats, I want to keep these hi-hats sound like they're moving while I... So I've got sort of, but I gotta lift my finger here. And this is also kind of good for fills when it's towards the end of your loop around. Same kind of motion. Something like that. Let me load up. I got some other ones in here, some other sounds. We don't get bored of this. Kind of hard to transition with the is this 16th notes when I'm doing this? Oh, I gotta get familiar. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna look now at, let me see. I'm gonna see if Zounds has the DIGITAKT 2 yet. Now I think I looked at it like early this morning, like 7 a.m. or something. All right, what we got? DIGITAKT. There's all that. I get a bunch of notifications or what? Okay, so it doesn't look like. Let me just type it into Google. Or let me just try typing in DIGITAKT here. So maybe Zounds just will have it in later today. Yeah, but why don't they put any batteries on these things? It seems like such the perfect fit. Anyone with a DIGITAKT out there like found a nice portable solution? I'm assuming maybe what was it, Ripcord? What is that brand that does? They do those adapter cords that turn into USB power, so you can power. Okay, see, so they just have the original. Oh, here it is. I had to just type in, so it's on a pre-order. Does Sweetwater have them actually in, or is that on pre-order as well? $9.99. So are they gonna continue selling the other one at $7.99? Possibly. Maybe they'll be doing that. Pre-order. Let's see. Pre-order. Let's see if it has a date on it at all. Ordering these items today will reserve your spot in line, and you won't be charged until the item shipped to you. Please note that expedited shipping is not available for out-of-stock items. Okay, well, at least we see that it's on here now. All right. Where's my chat window? Anyone pre-order theirs yet? How many of y'all are actually using DIGITAKT right now as their main piece? I know most people that are subscribed to this channel, maybe it's not their main piece, but any new people out there just kind of popping in because of this new hype right here? All right, here it is. My chat window. That's what I came for. I should be finishing up my song right now, but I just wanted to stream and chill with y'all, really. My last stream was my attempts to finish my song for the month. I do want to complete one song a month, record it, and release it through DistroKid and up on YouTube and stuff. And I'm like running out of time here. And I've done a few takes, trying to get something that I am happy with. That's what I should be working on right now. But I also like to take breaks away from, when you spend too much time on one thing, it kind of takes the joy out of it, I feel like. So just taking a break from that. Trying to get my chat window up. It's just really bad right now. Really slow internet on my end. Okay, let's see. You know, if it's me, one thing I want to know about, since like I was talking about how I make a song a month, I don't use, most of you know this, I don't use computers. So I won't be like using a DAW. I don't use a DAW to record my vocals. I just use, like this month, I'm using an SP and recording that in there and finalizing everything with what's built in. So that's one thing I would like to know. What would be the process like of completing a full track with DIGITAKT? I'm just goofy like that. I just want to see, I like to see what's the most I can get out of one piece. And that's why I love samplers, because I can get my voice in there, right? I've been trying to do this ever since I had my MPC 1000, my MPC 500. I've always just tried to make songs. Like, I mean, I never really completed it back then. I started songs and was never much of a finisher up until probably 6 months ago. I finally completed 6 songs. So I like the progress that I've seen. But yeah, that's my thing, is just using a piece of hardware to its full potential. Samplers are my main instrument of choice. So I would like to see, how would I go about maybe making a whole song on the DIGITAKT? So maybe that'll be something that I do, like when this thing releases, I pull it out and build a song from beginning to end. I've seen that it has a song mode type of thing, so that's possible. But what would it be like? Is there a looper on there? Because if there's a looper, I know that I would reach for that to like do my hook. But how would I go about possibly, can you record stuff in time with the sequencer? That's a question I have about the DIGITAKT. Then maybe I'll just go back and explore some OG DIGITAKT videos, maybe some of the new ones, like Cuckoo's. If I go through his, I'm sure I can learn a lot. But that's one thing. No looper in it. Damn. But can you play along? Could a guitarist technically play a drum beat and then play along to it and get a long sample to put on a pad? Because that's, as long as I could do something like that, then I think doing a song with vocals would be possible. I'm gonna go back up here a little bit. Let's see. I want to read everything. Yeah, John uses the Octatech MK2. He makes that thing look very appealing. There was a few months back, I was really watching a lot of his videos and was considering getting one, but then I just also I don't want to slow myself down by trying to learn something, and the fact that everyone I was hearing talk about it was like, this is the most complicated thing to learn. So it's hard enough keeping up with my 7 DAWs. Yeah, exactly. I tried Machine Plus and I just gave up because I'm like, and I made some progress in learning how it works, but being used to the MPC, I was just, what am I doing? And yeah, I never even did a video with it or a stream with it because I was just like lost. And yeah, it just was counterproductive for me. What he doing TV? What's good? Machine Plus, MPC One, Roland Verse Lab. Roland Verse Lab was also one that was really intriguing to me when it popped out, because it's a standalone. Actually, was marketed towards like a songwriter and song makers. So that was interesting to me. But in the end, I was just like, well, an MPC Live seems to have a lot more freedom in what you could do, because I think that thing had like one vocal track. So while it looked cool, I just never picked that up either, because it was just like, I'm going to have to learn a new workflow. And then also I tried the MC-101 and didn't really like the navigation for song selection. That was kind of the one thing that was appealing about it, is the fact that it had, preset sounds that I could easily go through and look for inspiration to create some songs. But then after using the MC-101, I was like, this is not very quick. I need something. I would like something with dedicated category buttons, kind of like the new Astrolab by Arturia. I like that kind of thing. The MPC is kind of there now. It's a little slower. Doesn't have those dedicated buttons built on it, but you got like the browser and all that. But something where you got to menu dive through the sounds, I don't know. I've considered like the Yamaha Sec Track, because I love Yamaha sounds. But then in that thing seems to have a lot of diving in it and out to get through the sounds. But also you got that little Bluetooth app. So still kind of intriguing for what it is, because it's a portable way of bringing a bunch of sounds with me to like go with the SP. But I'm hopeful that that they'll put another SP update out and maybe add to that tone generator in there and add some MC-101 Zen Core whatever sounds in there. It's a way different workflow than MPC-404. If you don't see yourself diving into those P-locks and LFOs, then I would just skip it. I'm personally going to hold off since I think the 404 and Push 3, what is that thought there? Oh, Give Me All I Need with Ableton. Cool. Yeah. I don't know. See, that's the thing. Like it's not going to take a lot out of me to grab one, just because I have that opportunity to get my hands on one on loan, you know what I mean? So really what it is we'll just be taking away from my time of creating. So that's how I had to look at it, not necessarily the monetary thing, but time is money. So, you know what I mean? But also I'll be able to come on here, do some live streams, kind of figure it out, So I don't know. It's starting to intrigue me. Like, what is the possibility? Is there anyone out there that even is as crazy as me that likes to record songs on standalone devices when you have DAWs that do it a lot more easily? Cresshead, what's good? Sweetwater and Perfect Circuit have it. 1K. MyVolts. Yeah, MyVolts is the company that will. Have you seen anyone use a MyVolts on a DIGITAKT? People use the ripcord or the bird cord, I think, with power bank for portable. Okay. SimCity Big World, what's up? Version 1 no longer in production. So, yeah. Inky the Cat, what's up? They discontinued the DIGITAKT MK1, and that's when people started thinking MK2 was coming. Yeah, that seems to be kind of the strategy with these companies. Thurman in UK broke that the news like last month, I think. Okay. Zounds only doing 3 payments. I cry. Oh, really? I mean, if you've never used Zounds, then I guess that's the way that it's set up. But if you looked at it yourself, I've used Zounds for so long that I can get. It's because I'm not logged in. If I was logged in, this would show up to 18 months, I believe. Let me see if I don't know if I know my password offhand. I'll try to put it in so I can see. So it's dependent on your reputation with Zounds. Like if you've bought stuff in the past. First thing I ever bought was my MPC Live with them, and I think they only gave it to me. They only had the option of 6 months. But as I continued to buy stuff from them, that expanded, and they gave me a little more leeway, I guess. Yeah, up to 18 months. And like the 18 months is with a firm, which is interesting because it's like a bank that you pay, but it's also no credit. It's not necessarily, I don't think it's credit at all either, but it's outsourced and worked through Zounds. And then also I was late on a couple of those firms. The way it's set up is they automatically pull it out, right? It's the same as like with Zounds, but I think something happened where either I didn't have enough funds in there or I had the wrong card on file. I had to get a new card or something. But it was late, and when I called them up, I was like, "What's the late fee?" And they're like, "There's no late fees. We just gotta get this up to date and paid." So, but it's not an excuse to be late or nothing. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be late. Be on time. Be early. Just trying to sign in here. I don't know my password. See if that's it. All right, one more try. Just finished up a track. That's what's up. Mr. Live from NY. I don't like the workflow. Had one? Okay. And what's your main piece right now? Live from NY, from New York. Is it New York? Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm signed in. Going down to the DIGITAKT. Maybe not. Huh. Well, yeah, it still says 3 payments only. That's interesting. I wonder if I go to some of these other items if it says that. Maybe it's because it's a new item or something. They all say. That's crazy. I wonder what happened. They used to be like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and 18 months up there. Let me just go look at some other stuff and see. See, like right here, I wonder if it's the value of the item, or maybe it's just certain brands. Look, I can grab an SP-404 and pay in 12 months $41.67. That's pretty good. Let's see, like if I look up an MPC. So MPC key 37, let's see. I wonder if they even have these in stock yet. They sold out of these at Zounds a while ago. And I know that a few people have bought some key 37s through my links. I can see that in the back end, which I appreciate. But yeah, I don't get paid until those get shipped out. So y'all can see I have slow internet. 1 second. 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 my mate's an Electron net, but since he's bought SP, hasn't turned them on. Really? Ah, it's converted. That's what's up. Yeah, there's just something about the SP that is fun. I haven't really messed with any of my MPCs since the beginning of this month, since I decided I wanted to record this song on the SP. Oh, I'm gonna go take a bathroom break real quick. Come on now. See how long this is taking just for me to load this. Oh yeah, if y'all enjoy the conversation, let me get a thumbs up. Support this channel and what I do over here. Maybe I can get some better internet one day. Let me just leave it right there for a sec. I'll be right back. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what it's up with the DIGITAKT stuff. I guess the DIGITAKT stuff, I guess it's a brand by brand thing, possibly, for whatever reason. But I can get like pretty much anything else that I've seen for like up to 12 months there. So that's not bad at all. Like if you don't have all the money. Although as I'm getting older and growing up, I realize, starting to realize really, it just becomes a normal thing to like put everything on credit, and then saving up for something it sounds strange. It's like, let me wait till I save up all this money to grab this. Although, because it's like kind of human nature. I don't know if it's getting worse for us, where we just want instant gratification. It's like, see something, I want it, let me put it on credit. But I guess that's how these credit companies make money. They play into kind of the human condition and magnify that, and now we all are in debt and stuff and working every day just to live. So not really living, I don't know. Anyways, okay, I need to refresh this. So where I was just thinking about, last left off, there's no looper in this thing. How would I go about making a song? My plan was to get back on the MPC next month for my next song, which I haven't started yet. So, but I do kind of ultimately, I appreciate the opportunities I have, with Zounds, and I kind of like see, like I don't want to be a gear channel necessarily, but I can see myself like, when a new piece like this is announced and released, like some kind of a sampler, that I have the opportunity to pick it up and like explore it and maybe make a song from it, and that'll be kind of my thing is since I love using the standalone devices, I have that opportunity now, but now it's more right now for me, I'm not in the excess of time to be able to learn those types of things, but one day, if I can make this like a full-time job, I would have time to explore those things and, dedicate 9 to 5 time hours into learning new pieces and writing songs with those pieces and displaying what can be done with them. I think that would be dope. So possibly, but I might need to ease into that. Okay, we got a chat window back up here. Let me see, what time is it? Gonna wrap up pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, let me go up a little bit. I want to read everything you guys got to say. Okay. Possible problem with sample time limit for vocals. Really, what is it? Is there a time limit per pad? I seen something about I forget what the number was. I know they increased like the hard drive to 20 gigs from 1, and then there is a certain number per project, right? So is the limitation what it is per project? You can sample. DIGITAKT 2 has a 66 sample limit per 66 seconds. Now I think that will do. I mean, I don't think if I did like I've been doing 12 bar verses, even a 16 bar, I don't think that necessarily exceeds. I don't know what the math would be on that to figure it out. Like if I did the beats per minute, I'd have to figure that out. But I think 60 seconds would be good enough. I think so. I think I remember Bo Beats or someone else saying that it's a difficult or limited workflow for recording. DIGITAKT sample time was only 30 seconds in mono. Okay. Electron workflow is like learning to walk on your hands, not your feet. Handstands are cool, but pretty difficult to master. Interesting. That doesn't sound appealing. I've been using Q-Links on the MPC-1 for automation. FX today, low pass filter. That's what's up, man. I was doing some of that stuff way back. I need to get back to some of that because sometimes I just make videos off of stuff that I was trying to learn and I don't necessarily implement on a day-to-day basis. But that reminds me of a technique that I was doing to like filter an intro and like create this really interesting drop before the beat comes in. So I want to explore that again. I wish they would put that pitch stretch dial next to the globe dial on the MPC. Pitch stretch dial. Pitch stretch dial. Is that on the DIGITAKT? I'd go with a DAW. I prefer Pro Tools for recording vocals. Well, there you go. Yeah, I used to use Pro Tools, but I don't know. I don't like the computer world anymore for anything. I don't even own one. It's like, it's just technology so advanced that, like, you know, my phone is a computer, and it's crazy. Like, I think it's crazy how that's just normal, that we walk around with $1,000 computers in our pockets but don't actually fully use them. And that's why, you know, I just like, when I first started doing this, it's so efficient. Why not utilize everything I can on my phone? And that's why I'm streaming right now with my phone. You know, that's why I make videos on my phone and edit them on my phone, make thumbnails on my phone, you know, and set it up like this where I've got a mouse and I can control my phone with a mouse and a keyboard. It's like, it's a mini computer, man. It's so, I don't know. I don't know what my point is there. I don't even own a computer. There is my volts cable for DIGITAKT. Okay, that's what's up. Seeing someone on Octatrack who has mastered it is amazing, but none of the new boxes have that technology. The guy behind Octa is no longer there. Okay. 1K, I seen it for 800 a couple days ago. Well, the workflow you will see on DIGITAKT essentially like SP-404 Mark II TR rec mode, no human eyes. You have to manually edit his steps to be off. Really? Can't you so you can't program in real time on that? Because that's, I don't know, that sounds like a deal breaker for me if I can't program in my drum patterns. Is it like a fake kind of humanized where it has, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like some of the boxes that came out, like the Novation Rhythm. I had that one for a bit, and then maybe like the sample check, where it's not really a no quantities off, but it has a grid that has like I don't know what you call it, like micro steps in there that allow you to kind of move it off the grid, but it's still technically on the grid. Just step sequence, huh? Yeah, Digitech is like FL Studio step sequencer on steroids. Seems like the opposite of what you want. Okay. I mean, I could still program stuff, you know. I don't mind programming stuff. I can still write songs like that and put songs together, I'm sure. Maybe it's just what my mind's on right now. I mean, I like the option to be able to finger drum, but I don't always do it. Sometimes I'll program in individual sounds at once, but yeah, I think that's where I'm moving towards, is just doing more stuff, more of a performance, even if it's to record in and program the song. PCX. Good point. Too many people look at the company, not who's designed it. I think certain brands are limited to payments plans. Okay. SP, great price. No doubt. SP is a great price, man. And I think it's cheaper than when it was released. Sweetwater has 6 months, but then against the Sweetwater, they do normal credit, so you will be paying interest, I believe. That's why John makes beats is on Octa, not Digitakt, Syntac, or Digitone. And didn't he get his hands on a 404 and was like tripping about the workflow and trying to figure it out? I like the $400 used MP1 deals instead. There you go. That's a great price. Read vocals on Digitakt. I think it's really based around loading a sample, then cutting it up rather than recording a vocal as the track plays. So no one knows if you can like play along to the track. Uh-oh. Hey, baby. We're going to go soon. We got to go pick up your sisters. Yeah. I'm trying to scroll down. Oh, you did? Okay, go get your wipes and your diaper, okay? You still think the Key 37 is overpriced? I mean, you'll just have to buy one used, you know. It's not overpriced. Like I covered that in my initial video I did on it. Like it's the same equivalent if you go out and you buy a new MPC-1 and go get yourself a new 37 key MIDI controller. You're not gonna find anything cheaper than $8.99. Those MIDI controllers are about $200 for a 37 key. Yeah, go ahead and put it down there. I'll be right with you. I'm gonna wrap it up. Yeah, so, and at $6.99 MPC-1 plus, it's the same price. So, yeah, that's the logic there, you know. If you're going off used prices, yeah, but I'm sure maybe there's some, I haven't checked eBay, maybe there's some used ones out there. So I think the price makes sense relative to everything else that's going on. I mean, $8.99. So, I mean, it is what it is. Chris Head, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the euro, right? I don't even know my symbols there. It looks like a euro. Or is it a pound or something? I don't know. I appreciate it. Thank you. MPC and SP-404 Mark II are awesome creative tools. No doubt. That's for sure. But I'm thinking about pulling the Key 37 out after I get this song done. I put it back in the box, and it's too much of a hassle to pull out and then, you know, move between machines. So next month I'll be on MPC. Maybe if I don't grab this Digitakt. I think the Yamaha set track is more approachable for songwriting than the Digitakt. If you need really recording vocals on the sec track, never even considered that one. I was really only looking at the sec track for its sound module capabilities, really, versus the sequencer. I figured I might explore it, but I think it's kind of maybe a decent price just for those sounds, because I love Yamaha sounds, and it's like kind of like a mini Yamaha motif or something. So like a portable Yamaha motif, and the fact that it's got a built-in battery and you can connect a MIDI controller and power the MIDI controller. Sounds dope. I wonder if anyone out there has actually tried it with the SP, since it has the USB-C. If you used a USB-C cable from the SP over to the sec track, would it power the SP? The audio probably wouldn't work, but there's a possibility. I don't know. I don't know, because the SP could be used as a MIDI controller too to control the sec track. Dustin Adams said, "Laugh out, stop gassing, and finish that track." Now you're right. You're right. I appreciate it. That's a good, healthy little ribbon right there. So it's true. It's good to hear that, because I know this. I shouldn't even be live streaming right now, gassing with you guys, because I should be working on that song. I've got what is today? What is the date today? Like the 25th, 24th. So yeah, a week to get it done. I mean, it's pretty much done. I just got to get the vocal performance down and get a nice take that I like, and then fill in some gaps, because I got these what are pretty much 16 bar verses, but they're a little short. So I got to figure out what am I going to do, like fill in the gap there. Maybe just some ad libs or something, so they don't sound like empty and incomplete. Phones load of Rephones, what is it? RE phones load of power, and people mostly post pics of their meals to people they hardly know. Oh yeah, you're right. Social media, people just kind of. I've never been like that, so I mean, I won't judge it, because I just don't have the mind where I was ever using social media in a social, personal life kind of way. Maybe because I've always been kind of lived a boring life to myself. So I've just never felt compelled to. But when I started doing creative stuff, it just made me look at social media in a whole different light, because I can just, do what I'm doing now. But even for me, it's still hard to keep up with. Like, I only really get active on YouTube mainly. No, you can. You can't? No, you can live record on the DIGITAKT. Did you mean can, or are you saying can't? Because no real time. Okay, that you're talking about the programming. There's no real time programming. It's all step sequencing. Okay, yeah, I don't know about that. You can live record trigs and play at the same time. We'll live record, but yes, it shines a live record trigs. What do you mean by trigs? Is that triggering trigs and automation and then edit from there? It's more better use as a step sequencer. You can live record, press record, and play at the same time. It will live record, but yes, it shines as a step sequencer. John used the OG 404, the SX back in the day. Okay. You should get it so you can experience the workflow to see if you like it. Yeah, I may just, like I said, it won't take much, to hit up my friends over at Zounds, and I mean, they might just send one out. Doesn't hurt to ask. Ben, what's good, B Jammin'? I know you said that you are going to get one of these. If you don't like the step sequence, then don't buy the DIGITAKT 2. Okay. DIGITAKT isn't good for recording anything vocal-wise. But see, when you say something like that, it makes me want to prove you wrong. Because most people wouldn't take an SP and record vocals. Like, you don't see many people doing that, right? Even the MPC, as powerful as it is, you don't see a lot of people. I can't think of any like people that are consistently putting YouTube videos up that are recording their vocals on an MPC, because you have better options, right? So I don't know. I like the challenge, Ben. You kind of pushing me towards getting it. I'll use that step sequencer just to prove that statement wrong. Chris said, Sec Track is a bit of an oddball module. It's cool but odd. You have one? Shalom. Praise Yah. Trigs are triggers. Okay. I've been getting down on the 1010 black box, man. Hey, that's another one that kind of piqued my interest, but then kind of didn't. I like the size of it and the power of it, but the lack of pads is kind of odd to me. Haven't touched your Live 2 yet? Your Live or your 404 Mark II? Right on. Challenge accepted. Okay, Chris said, is that on the do you have the DIGITAKT 2, or are you talking about on the sec track? Yeah, Ben, someone was saying though that the limit on the new DIGITAKT is 66 seconds per sample pad. So that to me sounds like enough. Because if I'm just doing a hook, is only for me, I'll do a hook in 4 bars. Depending on whatever that tempo is, I don't think that's going to exceed a minute. And then a verse as well, 12 to 16 bars is what I'll do. I don't think you're going to like DIGITAKT. Okay. You saying me? I thought you were going to go attempt it. But yeah, challenge. We'll see. I still haven't decided if I want to put my time into learning something new. But it looks pretty straightforward. It looks user-friendly as far as like the knobs and the screen and how they correlate and all that. And, you know, Cuckoo did a nice breakdown of like the file management and all that. Seems pretty simple. I don't think it would take too much. Cal, my money is on you won't like the DIGITAKT. One thing, it'll be fun stream you learning the DIGITAKT. Yeah. I got a 256 gig SD card in mine. The time stretching is on par with Ableton. You talking about the DIGITAKT? I swear I just seen videos about there's no SD cards in those things. So what are we talking about? Only has 16 tracks total? For what, Ben? I can do 16 tracks total. I can definitely do 16 tracks. I do like 8-track songs, if even that. I put all my drums on one track, put a chord progression or a sample on another. Well, I could do 4 tracks, do my hook and then my verse. 4 tracks. We got 12 left. But that's the thing, like with the new DIGITAKT, can't you put all your drums on one track? It says they have drum kits now, so you can pull up multiple tracks per track. But even so, that's 4. I still could do it. I could do it in 10 or less. The screen is on par with the MPC screen. What are we talking about? Multi-gesture? I'm confused. Okay, you mentioned what it was, I think, earlier. What you were using, huh? Oh, the black box. Okay, my bad. Forgot. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. But it'd be good to answer that question whether I would or not. I'm actually not super gassed about it, so I don't know. No SD card. Okay, yeah. So you were talking about the black box and SD card. Okay, so yeah. I like the idea though that I like the look about the DIGITAKT, like the keyboard mode, and it says you can do up to 10 octaves, right? And then I've heard like 30 different scales, so that's intriguing to me. Is there time stretching on the DIGITAKT? Like, and does that apply to the keyboard mode? Is the keyboard mode like a one-shot chromatic thing? That's what I'm curious about. A chord will take up 3 tracks. A chord will... Why? No, it won't. You're talking about the original, but the new one's digital, right? So I could just put... Can I put like a single one-shot instrument sample, like a piano sample on one track, put it on keyboard mode, and then play a chord on that? Ben, you're saying you can only have one sound per track? I don't know. I think you'd have to double look at that because there's something about kits now. All right, well, I gotta wrap this up. My daughter needs me, and my other daughters had to go pick them up from school. Is it one sound per track? I'm not sure. You guys sure? How much of this have you looked into with the new one? Because I heard them say drum kits. Kits. Just had to bring up the black box. It's all good. I was actually looking at 1010 stuff recently. I was looking at the nano boxes, like the sampler version that you can auto sample with. That thing looks cool. All good, man. This is I love sampler talk over here. I think we all do. So it's cool. Bring up the black box. Yes, the original DIGITAKT is 16 mono tracks, or no. The original DIGITAKT is 8 mono tracks, right? The new DIGITAKT 2 is 16 stereo tracks. No polyphony within, but you're talking about the old one, right? Have you looked at the new one? It's monophonic on each track. So you're talking about polyphony. So aside from stereo samples, because yeah, DIGITAKT 2 is 16 stereo, yeah, and you can save kits, sure. So I guess I'm confused as how the kits work. Yeah, you get different drums on one track. Mark II is mono tracks, not as in stereo, as in you can only play one note. Oh, okay. All right, guys. Well, I got to get going. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. Till next time, I'll see you. Y'all bless. Keep on running with your dreams. My daughter is, she's reached her limit of patience. So, all right, take care.